Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Calling the case of public prosecutor against Hajjah Kasmah binti Haji Hashim. Are both sides ready?
Ready for the justice, Your Honor.
Ready for defendant, Your Honor.
Call the accused to the stand.
Calling the first witness to the witness stand.
Bailiff, you may read the charge to the accused.
Thank you, Your Honor. The accused is accused to 4 charges of criminal breach of trust under Section 409 of the Penal Code. While she was the headmistress of Beribi Ugama School, she was alleged to have misappropriated a sum of 8,550 Brunei dollar between March 2003 and December 2003. Second, 70,600 Brunei dollar between April 2004 and December 2004. And third, 22,294 Brunei dollar between July 2005 and December 2005. And lastly, 25,336 Brunei dollars between January 2006 and May 2006. It was not disputed that the defendant held the position of headmistress of Beribi Ugama School from 11 January 2003 until January 2006. That sometime in November 2005, when a charity walkathon was held by the school, students of the said school were each given individually marked charity walkathon card with which they collected money. The amount of the collection money from the walkathon for both the morning and afternoon classes amounted to 14,994 Brunei dollar. And these monies were handed over to the defendant by the class teachers concerned. Accused, do you plead guilty?
I admit that I am in breach of trust, but I am not responsible for the act. Thus, I am not guilty.
Your Honor, the accused pleaded not guilty.
The public prosecutor may call its first witness.
Yes, Your Honor. I call my first witness.
Calling the first witness to the witness stand. Please raise your right hand. Read after me. I, your name,
I, Haji Sufri Haji Tengah,
ID number,
00292-463.
do you promise that the testimony you will give to this court is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Haji Sufri, can you tell the court about your background?
My name is Haji Sufri bin Haji Tengah. I am the new headmaster of Beribi Ugama School, and recently I replaced the previous headmaster, who is Hajjah Kasmah, on 5th January 2006.
So, Haji Sufri, firstly, is it true that you did not get the 3 accounts book of the school? Secondly, did you ask for it? And thirdly, did the accused respond anything?
Unlike the previous predecessor, the accused did not hand over me any of the 3 books of the school, and I repeatedly asked for the passbooks, and the accused told me that she was working with the statement of accounts and the balance sheets.
Thus, what did you do after that?
After 6 months, I decided to bring this case to the attention of Officer of Islamic Department, Brunei 3, Hajjah Sarbanung Junid. She asked me to check the bank statements of the 3 books of the accounts, and I discovered that the accounts only have $550 instead of 26,000, and the 26,000 is referred to the walkathon money, but the accused handed over me only 6,000.
That's all. Thank you, Haji Sufri.
Counsel, you may cross-examine the first witness.
So, Haji, since when you discovered that the accused had misappropriated the money?
I started to discover when the officer of Islamic Studies, Hajjah Kasmah, had asked me to procure the bank statement of the 3 accounts, and apparently she gave it to me.
And what is her response when you asked her for the 3 accounts?
She keeps on contending that she was working with the statement of account and the balance sheets.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thus, Your Honor, based on the first witness evidence, it can be proved to the court that, firstly, the accused did not hand over the 3 accounts book of the school, which should be passed to the new headmaster during the appointment. Secondly, after the first witness procures the bank statements, it shows that the school money was missing during the accused held the position of the headmistress. And thirdly, when the first witness asked for the 3 accounts book from the accused, she tried to avoid by saying working on the statement of accounts and balance sheets, where actually the accused should be done before she resigns. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may leave the witness stand.
Public prosecutor, do you have another witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may call upon your second witness.
Calling the second witness to the witness stand. Right hand. Date after me. I, your name,
I, Hajjah Sarbanun binti Haji Junaid,
ID number.
006075P.
Do you promise that the testimony you will give to this court is the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Hajjah Sarbanun, can you tell the court what is your position and how do you involve in this case?
I am the officer of Islamic Studies Brunei, and Haji Sufri had reported to me that his former headmistress who did not give the school account books. Then I asked him to procure the bank statements of 3 accounts. So on 28 June 2006, I summoned the accused, Hajjah Kasmah binti Haji Hashim.
Thus, did the accused admit that she withdrew the money?
Actually, when I showed the bank statements, the accused readily admitted to withdrawing the money from the account. She had loaned all the money to her boyfriend, Muhammad Ashri bin Abdullah, for his personal business. Then on 18 September 2006, I reported the matter to the Director of Religious Studies, Hajjah Kasmah Haji Siput. Then on 29 November 2006, she was again summoned to attend a meeting. And her verbal admissions was formalized into a letter, which was handwritten by her. Actually, for the first time, she claimed that she had withdrawn the money without her consciousness, as she was influenced by a source of which she did not know of.
That's all. Thank you, Hajjah Sarbanun.
Counsel, you may cross-examine the second witness.
Hajjah, actually, before you summoned the accused, you brought her to see an ustaz, right?
Yes, actually, I sought a help from ustaz because the accused had complained of suffering from a perpetual headache, so that it affected her ability to concentrate on prayer.
Okay. Was it true that she was being disturbed by something which we did not know, and you simply said that it is a black magic?
Yes, since that is what has been clarified by Ustaz Abu Qasim who treated her.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Therefore, Your Honor, the accused had already admitted that she had withdrawn the money and gave to her boyfriend for a personal matter. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may leave the witness stand.
Counsel may call its first witness.
Yes, Your Honor, I call my first witness.
Calling the third witness to the witness stand. Please raise your right hand. Read after me. I, William,
I, Muhammad Abu Qasim,
ID number,
00254366.
and do you promise the testimony you will give to this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, but the whole truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Ustaz, can you tell us to the court about yourself and what is your relationship with the accused?
Alright, I work as an ustaz. I used to treat people by using an alternative medicine which is Ruqyah and Shifa, Timi. If I'm not mistaken, on March this year, Hajah Sarbanun sought for my help. She said that she needs my help to treat the accused. It has been said that the accused was being disturbed.
Did she?
Apparently, yes. After I have done the ruqyah on her, she was being disturbed by something. I'm not sure what it is, but there are many signs of her being disturbed.
So, are you saying that that something is black magic?
Yes, definitely.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Public prosecutor, you may cross-examine the first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ustaz, as you said before, the accused was disturbed by a black magic, am I right?
Yes.
But the black magic is not come from her boyfriend, right? Therefore, Your Honor, Ustaz Abu Qasim just tell the court that the accused only be disturbed by something and did not mention the black magic comes from her boyfriend.
Any further question?
No further question, Your Honor. Thank you.
Your Honor, after being heard, the statement from the witness, it clearly shows to us that the accused was being disturbed by something. This disturbance had been certified by a person who is expert at that particular skill, or it is easy to be said that the accused has been influenced by black magic, and this is what had made the accused to do such act. She literally did not know what she was doing, Your Honor, i.e. in this present case, withdrawing the money. Thus, the accused should be held acquitted from the charge, Your Honor, as it was done involuntarily.
Thank you. You may leave the witness stand.
Counsel, you have another witness.
Yes, Your Honor,
You may call upon your second witness.
I call upon the accused as my second witness.
Calling the fourth witness to the witness stand. Please raise your right hand and read after me. I, your name,
I, Hajah Kasmah Haji Hashim,
ID number,
ID number 0006175.
and do you promise that the testimony you will give to this court is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Hajah, can you tell to the court about yourself?
I am Hajah Kasmah Haji Hashim. I was a former headmistress of Beribi Ugama School, and now currently I hold a position as a new headmistress at Beribi Telanai Religious School.
Did you plead guilty to misappropriate the school money?
I admit that I took the money, but I pleaded not guilty.
Hajah, can you explain to us what exactly had happened?
As I said before, I used to be a headmistress at Beribi Ugama School, and at that time, I was assigned 3 passbook of school accounts. But later, when Haji Sufri became a new headmaster, he discovered that I misused the money when he asked the passbook, which I insist on returning it. However, I did not use the money for myself. the money to help my boyfriend.
You said that you had given the money to your boyfriend. Why?
I have given the money to my boyfriend with an intention to help him on his personal business.
And did he say that he is going to return back the money?
Yes, he promised me to.
Since 2003?
Yes, since 2003 I have known him and he promised me to repay me back. However, he really never did.
How much to be exact? I mean the money.
The total of the 3 school accounts, it was 58,789 Brunei dollar and 97 cents. I also gave him my own money and raised a personal loan, BIMB and Tasamul only for him. For that sum of money, I cannot say how much exactly. It was approximately more than 100,000 Brunei dollar.
That is a lot of money. Are you aware of that matter, Hajar?
No. Every time I make a money withdrawal, it was without my consciousness and I cannot think properly. Thus, I think that I was influenced by a source, which perhaps black magic.
How do you ensure that it is a black magic?
I have known it since May 2006. It was when Hajar Sarbanun brought me to see an ustaz, and it was confirmed that I was disturbed by something which made me suffering from headache that affects my concentration on prayer.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Public prosecutor, you may cross-examine the second witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Hajar Kasmah, you were confirmed that you were disturbed by something, but Ustad did not mention the black magic was influenced by your boyfriend, am I right?
Yes.
Thus, Your Lord, the accused had established the offence under Section 409 of the Penal Code. She had complied 3 elements, which are: first, the accused was a public servant; secondly, the accused was in such capacity entrusted with the property; and lastly, the accused had committed criminal breach of trust. Thank you.
Do you have any further question?
No further question. Thank you.
Your Honor, based on the statement made by the Ustaz and the accused herself, it clearly shows to us that the accused was under influence by black magic. My Lord, if I may refer you to my authority, Russell in Crime, Volume 1, 12th edition, page 112. In the case of Regina against Charleston, it was said that the acquittal was based on the fact that the accused on the occasion in question was suffering from what it is called blackout, so that his acts were done without his volition and indeed without his knowledge that he was doing them. My Lord, this is what exactly happened in the present case. The accused literally withdrew the money without her knowledge, and based on what Ustad Abu Qasim contended, the accused was being cursed by her boyfriend. This occurrence becomes more agitated when the accused withdraw all the money from the 3 accounts just to give her boyfriend. In fact, the accused herself even made a personal loan just to support her boyfriend. Your Honor, this clearly shows that the accused is not guilty at all and shall be acquitted, as she was influenced by black magic when withdrawing the money, Your Honor. That's all. Thank you, Your Honor.
The court will be in recess while I deliberate.
All rise.
Would the defendant please rise? After hearing all the witnesses and reviewing the evidences, I find the defendant convicted of her action against the school. Upon the cooperation given to the court, the defendant had agreed to certain facts which reduced the court hearing time. However, I cannot ignore the reality in which the case was prosecuted after 2 years and 2 months lapse of time. In fact, notwithstanding with the good character and cooperation given by the defendant, the court will not be misrepresented to the facts which the defendant at that time was held the top position in the school, where she was the headmistress for 3 years of tenure. She is supposed to have a high degree of responsibility towards the accounts of the school to be used in appropriate manner. But she already breached and violated the trust reposed on her. The second is, even the defendant had been transferred to another school, she failed to return back all of the accounts and still continue in withdrawing the fund up until 4 months after her transfer. The third is, the defendant only stopped misappropriating the fund when she was confronted by her superior, Hajah Sarbanon, and keep only enough fund to remain the accounts alive. Here, she treated all of the accounts as her own personal accounts. The last is, the defendant was disturbed by the black magic, but she cannot prove that she was under the spell of her boyfriend. I turn now to the authorities on sentencing. The current trend is to impose a term of 2 years where the defendant pleaded guilty and the amount misappropriated is small, but there is no restitution, as referred to the case of public prosecutor against Sang Wei Jung. However, in this case, the amount is higher and she claimed for a trial. So I don't think this case could act as a guideline in sentencing. So, in cases where large amounts of funds have been misappropriated, the sentence is much heavier. This can be shown in the case of Awang Ismail bin Sahari against public prosecutor, where the sentence imposed up to 3 years and 6 months. I have come to the conclusion that the appropriate sentence to consider is 4 years. Giving credit for her generally good character, cooperation with the police, the long delay of 2 years and 3 months, not to mention in shortening the hearing time due to agreed facts. Here, I will reduce the sentence by 1 year. I therefore sentence the defendant to 3 years for each of the 4 counts of criminal breach of trust. Under the principle of totality, the defendant will serve each of the sentences concurrently with effect from today. This court is now in recess and you are excused.
All rise.